What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, actually, if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rebel Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some news to discuss pertaining Insomniac games. I know you've probably heard of Insomniac Games, but for those who are not aware who Insomniac Games are, these are the guys that are responsible for making Spider-Man the gaming series. And most recently, their latest installment that they released, Spider-Man 2, and I've been hearing raving reviews about it. I've been hearing all types of good things. So as soon as I get the chance and get some extra time on my hands, I'm definitely going to have to check that Spider-Man 2 out because I was a big fan of all the Spider-Man games they've ever really released. Not necessarily Insomniac, but the Spider-Man gaming series in itself, all right? So as you see right here on your screen, man, this ain't no optical illusion, ain't no Photoshop, ain't no black magic. Insomniac confirms Wolverine game is set in the same universe as Spider-Man 2. Now, for those that are not aware, it was about a year or two ago. I streamed it right here on Rebel Rage TV. Insomniac came out during the Game Awards and announced that they were working on a single-player Wolverine game. For those that are not aware who Wolverine is, that's one of the most notorious and most popular characters in the Marvel superhero series. You understand what I'm saying? In the Marvel universe, one of the most popular characters they've ever created. And they decided in Insomniac that we're going to give him his own open world game. So, as you see right here, we got the article giving us details further explaining how the Wolverine game is set in the same universe as Spider-Man 2, and could they possibly be working to a crossover? You never know. Not saying they are. I'm just being a bit of a fan right here and just kind of giving them, the wink wink that if you're not thinking about doing it, if you do it right, you probably could have a potential gold mine on your hands. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's 10:48 all the way down. Ever since Insomniac first announced that it was working on a Wolverine game for PlayStation, fans have wondered whether it is set in the same universe as Spider-Man 2. There's been plenty of speculation that they are all together, not the least because the original teaser contained a 1048 nod, but otherwise, there's been no official word one way or another. So they've been already hinting at it. In an interview with Kinda Funny, though Spider-Man 2 director Brian Intihar, I'm gonna just say Intihar, forgive me if I mispronounce the last name, confirmed that the two games do in fact exist in the same world. They're all 1048, Intihar said, then added, laughing, I think I got that right. So they probably already thinking about it. They're giving you a little nudge and saying, yeah, it could very possibly happen. Spider-Man 2 was previously confirmed to be Universe 1048 and Across the Spider-Verse. That means that Wolverine has the potential to tie into Spider-Man's ongoing story, though direct references and other Easter eggs have thus far been relatively few and far between. In our own interview with Intihar, we asked whether there were plans to include more teasers for Wolverine, which has thus far remained heavily under wraps. We wouldn't be true Marvel fans if we didn't have discussions like that, but I think for us it was, hey, working on these games is really hard. They're really complicated, and I think it was just like, hey, let's let the Wolverine team cook. Let's let them cook, and if something ever happens in the future, great, Intihar said. So be on the lookout, y'all. But right now, let's make sure that let's not box anybody into a corner, and let's just make sure that they have a clear runway to make the best Wolverine possible, and it's going to be awesome. So I'm really excited about it. But we wouldn't be like Marvel fans if we didn't talk about things. And that's all you really need to do if you want to have a successful game. When everybody has communication with one another, clear and cut and decisive communication amongst each other, and you have a talented team, things, and I mean good things, tend to happen. Just saying. That said, Spider-Man 2 does have at least one reference to Wolverine, though it's fairly minor. Intihar also touched on the MJ stealth sequences and more in his wide-ranging interview with Podcast Beyond. Marvel's Wolverine was first announced in 2021 with a brief teaser trailer. No further details have been released have been released say that it will feature cutting-edge gameplay and an emotional narrative. A release window has not yet been revealed. In the meantime, Spider-Man 2 has been a major success for Insomniac and Sony, selling more than 2.5 million copies in 24 hours. Check out our full review right here. And yeah, y'all, that is the end of the article. So as you see right here, y'all, to end the video, they could very well, not saying that they will, but they could very well have a Wolverine Spider-Man crossover. And to be honest with you, that's some of the most badassery in gaming that you have, because back then that was not a short, that you could not find cartoons that did not have a shortage of crossovers. You had crossovers all across cartoons, all across video games, guest appearances and cameos, and then it seemed like they just tend to come to a stop. We got few and far in between, but we definitely have not seen all that we need to see when it comes to crossovers. Now, I'm all for a crossover if they do it right. If they don't, cool. And here's another thing I'm gonna put in your mind real quick. We just saw, right? We just saw a game called Marvel's Avengers. A complete catastrophe, if you ask me. Nothing short of a catastrophe. We just saw Marvel Avengers come and go, right? Game came out in 2020, didn't even last 5 years, right? Now it's over and done with. They have completely cut all types of support for that game. Could this be, right here, and hear me out, I know I'm probably reaching with this, but could this be, with the crossover of Spider-Man, with the crossover of Wolverine in the Insomniac universe, could this possibly be Insomniac's way of quite possibly not only just making an Avengers game, but possibly an X-Men game, and having all the different Marvel characters here and there, and then ultimately building up to an ultimate Marvel game? That would be absolutely badass if you ask me. That would be nothing short of badass. And unlike Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix, I trust in Insomniac because they have yet to put out a bad game yet, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So who better to make a ultimate Marvel game or another Avengers game than Insomniac? When Marvel's Avengers first dropped, I said I don't know why they didn't give it to Insomniac, since they already had the rights to Spider-Man. And Spider-Man, the character, is a PlayStation exclusive character. It's a PlayStation exclusive video game series. So why not just have Insomniac make it instead of Crystal Dynamics, who ultimately is the only people that can take a Marvel and Disney product and lose money making it. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about a possible crossover between Wolverine and Spider-Man, and also having the confirmed news that the Wolverine game and the Spider-Man 2 game will be in the same universe, man. That's my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Goodbye.